Hey there, Nancy Drew Clue crew. I'm Arglefumph. This is a death percent run for Nancy Drew, The Secret of Shadow Ranch. By death percent, I mean that I'm trying to reach the first ending of the game as soon as possible. It's called a death percent, even though Nancy doesn't die in this one. She just gets kicked off the ranch. In this game, most of the deaths involve getting kicked off the ranch, and there's several that you can trigger at the start of the game. Like, you can get attacked by the Chicken of Doom. You can pick all the vegetables, and Shorty will get you kicked out. And Tex can get you kicked out. As it turns out, the fastest one is getting kicked out by Tex, because in order to trigger the Shorty vegetable scene, you've got to talk to Tex about doing Shorty's chores. And in order to trigger the Chicken of Doom scene, you gotta talk to Tex about Shorty's chores. So, you know, all three of the deaths at the start of the game require you to talk to Tex. That's why the Tex death is the fastest one, because you gotta talk to Tex anyway. So might as well do the death which is right next to Tex. So what I did at the start was I started the game and then I clicked in the upper left hand corner to skip the opening scenes. Then I rushed right over here to this door. This door does not open unless you've called the Rowleys, and you can't really talk to Shorty or Dave unless you've called the Rowleys first. Another trick I did was I clicked on the star key as soon as the phone started ringing. That skips the ringing. That makes the Rowleys pick up instantly. So that saves a little bit of time. But really, as you can see, it's mostly just conversation. I rush over here to the door, and then I talk to the Rowleys for about 2 minutes. About 2 minutes.
No, wait. Just tell me about the
Phantom Horse?
Phantom Horse?
And now I'm going to go inside here. I'm going to talk to Tex. Just spin left and talk to Tex. And now we have a conversation with Tex. This is going to be longer than a minute. It's going to be another long conversation. So it took me less than 4 minutes to get to the first death of this game. Over 3 minutes is just talking. 3 minutes, 10 seconds, that's all talking. The rest is navigation, which is just like, you know, me trying to get to the door as quickly as possible, me trying to get to Tex as quickly as possible, and then me trying to get to Bob while holding the saddle as soon as possible. So I do mess up a little bit on the navigation with putting Bob's saddle into place. You could probably get a better time than me if you tried hard enough. The problem is that, wow, this was really kind of boring to do a run for, because I just had to play this over and over and over again, and I had to hear the 3 minutes of dialogue over and over and over again. So I got bored. So instead of like doing this 20 times in hopes of getting my best possible time, I did it more like 5 or 6 times. 5 or 6 times.
Talk to you later.
If you last that long.
So, you want to go here, you want to grab the saddle. I am going to mess up on the navigation of putting the saddle on Bob here. This could be faster. Yeah, see, I kind of messed up. I thought I clicked on Bob, but I didn't. And this is it. This is the end. So Tex gets mad at you for putting a saddle on Bob, even though you haven't done the chores that he just told you to do. So thank you very much for watching the video. I do think it's nice that it ended under 4 minutes long. That is a nice time. I hope to do death percent runs for all the games in the Nancy Drew series. So far, this is the second longest one. The longest one was Secret of Scarlet Hand. The next longest one after this is Stay Tuned for Danger, and then all the other games, it was less than a minute before I reached the first death scene in those.